What is my husband up to? Me, 21F, and my husband, 23M, have been together for about 2 years now. I love him to death, but he's been acting off and strange lately. He's been going out at night every day since a little before Christmas, and that it was fine, albeit very annoying, until it was made clear that he was lying. He claimed that he was going out with some friends every night, but when we saw that around the holidays they said something along the lines of we should go out for drinks sometime since the bars are opening back up. As far as I know, he has no other friends than these, and he has never been a social butterfly. Speaking of the holidays, I caught him a while ago making something late at night and it's been seriously confusing me. I found him pouring bleach in a bottle with other liquid clearly already in it. I asked him about it and he said it was supposed to be a small Christmas gift for someone, and I just assumed he was just gonna be messing with dyes or making a lamp or something until it wasn't gifted to anybody. I asked who he gave it to and he said that it wound up not coming out good, which I would accept as an answer if there was any remnants left in any of our trash cans. I am so confused by this situation and just wanna find an answer even if it's one I don't like. Is there someone else? Is there a girl locked up in your basement? Question mark. If Bundy's wife had had a Reddit map. Mixing bleach and rubbing alcohol can create chloroform. So I hear. Oh. I'm at a loss for words at this possibility. My heart's gonna be racing all day now, but I guess I could check later. There was a good amount in the bottle. Is he good at chemistry? Has he recently bought an RV? If so, you may have a meth kingpin on your hands. But seriously, your husband is doing something seriously shady. Update 1, I was able to set up a tracker quickly through the Find My iPhone app. It ended up at a house that we inherited from his parents a few months ago. I think that's all I'll do for tonight, as this thread is beginning to stress me out a bit, and I just need time to think. I'm only gonna be able to post updates or reply at work during my lunch breaks, or when he's gone. I'll continue to keep you guys posted. If this is real, it might be a good idea to let a family or friend know what's happening and maybe even stay with someone for a little while, until you figure things out. I don't know if your instincts are telling you anything, but if they are, you should listen. My brother's girlfriend tried to beat me up for saying McDonald's is overpriced. So fucking stupid. Like, I really can't believe this right now. It sounds fake and I wish it was. But the title says it all pretty much. My brother, 24, started dating this girl, 19, over the summer. I'll call her Rebecca for the sake of this and my brother Josh. So Rebecca and I, 20F, got into a Facebook fight around the election about politics on Facebook. I honestly don't know if this relevant to the story or not, just thought I'd say it because she kinda doesn't like me because of it, but has been nice to me since then in person when we've seen each other. She's been living with my brother for like 2 months now. I go over there tonight to see my brother and my dad. They're basically like roommates. My brother doesn't like live with my dad because they pay for their own stuff and rent. I'm there for not even 20 minutes probably, and Rebecca and Josh are looking up a menu for a food place to get dinner. Josh is like, I'm gonna get the chicken burger that comes with bacon on it. And I was like, have you tried the buttermilk crispy chicken at McDonald's? It's really good but it's expensive, it's like $5.66 and I get it plain. So now we're like talking about McDonald's prices and quality. I guess Rebecca used to work at McDonald's, probably when she was like 16. Now she's just a miserable bitch that sits in my brother's room all day for free and can't even vacuum. But anyways, apparently my brother didn't know that they charge extra for like sauce and extra toppings, etc. And I was like, yeah, they always have, and I told a story about over the summer when I got a McFlurry and I asked for extra Oreos and it was almost $5. Mind you, I had like $10 to my name. BC my work was closed, BC COVID, and I didn't qualify for unemployment. So I know some of you can relate to the feeling of spending the last of our money on food and then being disappointed when you didn't get what you paid for. So they filled my cup like 3/4, honestly maybe even 2/3 of the way with ice cream, and it straight up looked like vanilla ice cream, and I was like the only one in the drive-thru. So they're not busy, they're just lazy in my opinion. So I went inside outside and I'm like, hey, do you mind putting more ice cream and Oreos in this? And they grabbed my cup, turned around and did that, but never said anything, and I was like, thank you, have a nice day, and left. Now I don't know why that bothered Rebecca so much that she started screaming at me and just telling me I'm wrong, that they filled up my stuff enough and can only add so much extra. Like, Rebecca, let's be real, I've been to McDonald's like 100 times this year probably, like I know what the prices were and how much I should be getting. So she keeps yelling and I'm like, why are you yelling? And before I know it, my brother is holding Rebecca back and yelling at me to leave because she's trying to hit me. I have no idea how this escalated at all. Well, actually I do. Rebecca started freaking out like a child and then decided the appropriate and necessary thing to do was try to beat up her boyfriend's sister. My brother and I have been super close our whole lives and are truly like best friends. So the fact that she thinks she can treat me or anyone in our family like that is so baffling to me. Especially when she yells out that they're getting married. Like, okay Rebecca, how delusional are you? Another thing I want to add is that Rebecca thinks that she's going to work with children. Don't think someone like that should be around children. I could literally see her killing someone's child after her episode tonight. Should I say anything to my brother about this? Like, he needs to break up with her because clearly she's a psychopath, or that I'll literally never speak to him again if he marries her or buys a house with her. Or do I just hope that he breaks up with her before she gets pregnant or something? Who gets this upset about McDonald's? As someone who has worked at McDonald's, I can tell you McDonald's employees don't give a shit. You should definitely have a conversation with him. She has no problems being physically violent against you. She's probably also physically abused your brother. He just hasn't talked about it out of fear or embarrassment or whatever the case may be. He may need support from you to build enough courage to leave the relationship. Josh and Rebecca. Biblical names. Rebecca goes biblical on Josh's sister, Hannah. The sky opens and McDonald's sauce pours out from the heavens, but it costs extra. Holy cow, oops, that's a different religion. Josh better be careful, it could be a virginal pregnancy. Definitely talk to him. This girl is dangerous. If something that small can set her off enough to hit someone she isn't even close with, imagine what she could do to your brother in a heated argument behind closed doors. Why is your brother letting a 19-years/oh that he clearly doesn't know very well move in with him after only a few months of dating? This is a recipe for disaster. He must really like her personality. Husband took stimulus money against our agreement. Edit, I'm overwhelmed by all the support, you guys. Seriously, blown away. I'm trying to catch up on all the comments, but I love them all. Also, I had to edit a bit because I was crying when I wrote this last night and the errors were atrocious. I was so embarrassed. Also, for the sake of clarity, I am an Instacart shopper, so that's my income, and being outgoing, personable and a people pleaser generally ensues that not only do I enjoy my work, but I'm extremely successful with it. Also, when we got married I had a few legal bills, nothing crazy, that he paid off, and he uses that as an excuse for my leeching onto a man to take care of me. Every time I bring up anything he reminds me that he carried my ass for 12 years and it's my turn to pay for things. This is a long and convoluted story, so please bear with me, Reddit. My husband and I have been married for 12 years, we have 5 children, 11 and under, including a child that passed from SIDS at just shy of 6 months. Not hugely important but a definite turning point. There have been issues abound, both before and after our child's death, but the main point has always circled back to me being a stay-at-home mom and not financially contributing. Let me say, we live in an affluent area and are by no means struggling, but I'm not on any of the checking accounts because I don't work, so I don't get to have a say in our finances. This finally came to a head earlier this year when I began working part-time. So, I'm working part-time and my husband and I thought, okay, if I make $50 a day, that's fantastic. We will use it for groceries, which I'll cover and call it a day. Apparently, no. Turns out, I'm really good at my part-time job and make between $150 and $200 a day, so I covered Christmas plus groceries, and he's telling me I need to pick up the A, B, C bills. We do not need the money and I'm frustrated that I was successful beyond his expectations, so now he's trying to take it away. even though we agreed upon a course of action that turned out to be very lucrative. Let me be clear, I'd be open to reevaluating bills, even though he makes 5x what I do and we are very comfortable, but he just expects it and changed the game plan because I was doing well. Fast forward to us talking stimulus pay. He suggested we take our pay and open a separate checking account that we were both on, for car maintenance. I agree with the caveat that we need to keep the money we were given for our kids in the account and each take our own and put it into our personal savings for emergencies. He agreed. Then I find out he got the stimulus direct deposited, never told me, and transferred the whole thing into his personal savings. I'm pissed and confused. Like, WTF? I agreed to something, we talked like adults, and you promptly ignored it. When I confronted him about it, he said I was obsessed with money and a gold digger, and how dare I second guess his judgment on financial matters. He's the head of the house. I've never really stood up for myself before, maybe because I wasn't bringing in an income, so I felt I didn't have a leg to stand on. But I feel like this $600 is mine to save, and I'm not wrong in being angry that he basically stole it from me. Oh Lord have mercy, there's a crap ton of red flags here. Like so many. A bouquet of red flags, actually. Y'all got some serious issues to work out, and need marriage counseling ASAP. As far as the stimulus goes, if he took your $600, then yeah, he's trash. Big time. He knew what he was doing and didn't care about you, and that's a problem. If it was only his own, then yeah, he shouldn't have done it and should have kept his word. It was wrong, but there's not much you can do about it. He's calling you a gold digger, but what he's doing is financial abuse. Does he help at all with the kids, the house? Does he treat you like a maid, and expect that you wait on him hand and foot because you're not contributing? So many red flags. All these things. He doesn't lift a finger with the kids or help around the house. Ever. I'm running myself ragged. Look into financial abuse. Then look into a lawyer. You're in an abusive marriage. Also fuck that, he is not the head of the house and doesn't get to claim that because he has a genital that sticks out. I told him once I had an inverted penis, which all females do, just not quite that literally, haha, and huge boobs that men don't have, so I won the gender war. He was pissed lol. It felt good to one-up him, even if it meant a few hours of berating afterwards, woman shrugging, small victories. This is all kinds of messed up. He's outright trying to financially control you. First he didn't allow you to access money, you're a fucking adult, WTF, and now that you've made your own money he wants his fingers in it. Oh no honey, that's yours. And it only proves he's seeking control, not cooperation by direct depositing that check. He lied, like to your face, and called you a gold digger. I'd have clawed his fucking eyes out. You're a much more patient woman than I. I think you need to start an emergency fund, no matter what he says, because this sounds dangerous.